Hello students, myself Egula Srinivas. In the last class we have discussed about part of photorespiration. In this video we will discuss the whole pathway. Okay, let's dig into the topic. So where does this photosynthesis occurs? Until this we have discussed in the previous video. Now where does this photorespiration occurs? Photorespiration occurs in three cell organelles. I will show you the diagrams. Here generally this pathway occurs in C3 plants. C3 plants. It does not occur in C4 plants. So why C3 plants? Why in C3 plants and why not in C4 plants? In C4 plant there is a special arrangement called Cranch anatomy. Cranch is a German word which means wrapping. Here you can see around the vascular bundles. Vascular bundle is nothing but xylem and phloem combinedly called as vascular bundle. Around vascular bundle there are 2 to 3 layers of cells. These are called bundle sheath cells or bundle sheath layers. The cell wall of bundle sheath cells are very thick due to the deposition of suberin material, and these are called Casparian strips. This suberin material which is present in the cell wall of bundle sheath cells will not permit any gases. That means the cell wall of bundle sheath cells are impermeable to gases like oxygen and carbon dioxide. So this is the special type of arrangement or anatomy which we can see only in C4 plants, not in C3 plants. Due to the presence of this Cranch anatomy, photorespiration does not occur in C4 plants. This is the main reason. An example for C4 plants: sorghum, maize, sugarcane, amaranthus. All these are different types of C4 plants. We know very well C4 plants. In C4 plant, the first stable compound which is formed during C4 pathway is oxaloacetic acid. Simply OAA. OAA contains 4 carbon atoms. That's why it is called C4 cycle. This pathway, photorespiration, occurs in 3 types of cell organelles: chloroplast, peroxisome, mitochondria. Here you can see the pictures of different cell organelles. Now let's discuss about the photorespiratory pathway. As I told you in the previous lecture, photorespiration is a waste process. Here RUBP, ribulose 1,5-bisphosphate, combines with oxygen molecules and forms phosphoglycolic acid and PGA. PGA means phosphoglyceric acid, C3, 3 carbon containing product. And here phosphoglycolic acid loses phosphate, inorganic phosphate, by phosphatase enzyme. Phosphatase enzymes always removes phosphate groups from substrate, and this phosphoglycolic acid, after losing inorganic phosphate, and forms glycolic acid. Now this glycolic acid which is formed in the chloroplast enter into the peroxisome, where glycolic acid forms glyoxylic acid and H2O2 by combining with oxygen. Here glycolic acid oxidase enzyme. Glycolic acid oxidase. Now this glyoxylic acid, and here when glycolic acid forms glyoxylic acid, it also forms H2O2, hydrogen peroxide, and here in peroxisome catalase enzyme is present. This catalase which degrades H2O2 into H2O plus oxygen molecule. Here glyoxylic acid converts to glycine. Now this glycine is one of the amino acid, simplest amino acid, which enters into mitochondria, where two molecules of glycine loses ammonia and carbon dioxide, forms serine. Serine is another amino acid which is example for sulfur containing amino acid. Here NADH undergo reduction and forms NADH2. Now this serine which is formed in the mitochondria again enter into the peroxisome, where it forms hydroxypyruvic acid. Now this hydroxypyruvic acid which forms glyceric acid by utilizing NADH2. Okay, this glyceric acid which enters into the chloroplast, where it is phosphorylated by ATP and form phosphoglyceric acid. Just observe this pathway. Here through all this pathway, what is the final product? Phosphoglyceric acid. Here during the first reaction, phosphoglyceric acid, one molecule of phosphoglyceric acid formed already. But to convert phosphoglycolic acid, this whole pathway occurred and finally converted to phosphoglyceric acid. Photorespiration is nothing but, that's why I told you in the previous lecture, in the previous video, the conversion of phosphoglycolic acid to phosphoglyceric acid. Here you just see, have you observed any ATP or NADH or glucose production? No. Here NADH2 produced and here utilized. So the net production of NADH2 is 0. So there is no production of ATP and NADH and glucose. So that's why this pathway is called wasteful process or waste process. So why this pathway occurs in C3 plants? Why? Because there is no Cranch anatomy in C3 plants. That's why C3 plants are more prone to photorespiration than C4 plants. Here these are the conclusion. Photorespiration in plants has increased over geological time. During the primitive atmosphere there was no oxygen, but as oxygenic photosynthesis starts concentrating oxygen, it converted to oxidized environment. Okay, that means full of oxygen. So when there is excess oxygen in the atmosphere, this pathway is also increased, okay, during evolution process. And here in C4 plants appears to be evolutionary mechanism by which photorespiration is suppressed. That's why we are calling it as a C4 plants or more advanced than C3 plants. C3 plants, due to the presence of Cranch anatomy, okay, there won't be any photorespiration. Yes, C4 plants are more efficient in crop productivity than C3 plants due to the absence of photorespiratory pathway. As I told you, photorespiratory pathway is a waste process. There is only utilization of ATP. There is no production of any other molecules. So it is energy consuming process. C4 plants, they do not involve in the photorespiration, but C3 plants does. So that's why this pathway, that's why C4 plants are more efficient in crop productivity than C3 plants. So this is all about photorespiration pathway. Hope you understood. If you have any doubts, please comment and just like and subscribe my channel for more videos on NEET biology topics. Thank you, one and all.